Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you. This love in my heart, and I'm feeling for you.
Let him say we're crazy, I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, baby, don't ever look back. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
I'm so glad I found you. I'm not gonna lose you. Whatever it takes, I will stay here with you. Take it to the good times, see you through the bad times. Whatever it takes is what I'm gonna do.
Let them say we're crazy, what do they know? Put your arms around me, baby, don't ever let go. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart.
Sing along.
And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us.
Ooh, all that I need is you.
All that I ever need.
All that I wanna do
Is hold you forever, ever and ever.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to what's it called? Warren Twin.
Yes.
The show must go on.
And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Forever, nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Forever, nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we still have each other.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday night Quarren Twins. I almost forgot. I know that we weren't going to go on tonight, but the show must go online.
Yes.
It's a very sad night for television. We can talk about that if you want, and we don't have to talk about that at all also. But it's too painful to even discuss. But we feel we still owe it to you to stay here with you and keep you company for your quarantine time with some music. So let us give you some good vibes, even though we're not feeling any good vibes tonight. But you know what? Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Exactly.
We're never gonna give it up. Never. Come on. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. For commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy.
I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never
never, 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 ever, never,
Hi,
ever,
Yoli.
ever.
Yoli's watching.
Thank you, Billy, for that beautiful -1. Okay, go ahead, ask me.
Okay, so how are you feeling, twin? Huh?
Well, we all stand together with ABS-CBN. I've been with them since the beginning of their restart on the station, so this is a painful blow to us. I don't really truly understand what happened. I think it caught a lot of us by surprise. And I know that a lot of the Kapamilya right now, they're very sad. Everyone's in tears. Everyone is trying to virtually, is that the right word? Virtually
Yes.
hug each other at this time. Unfortunately, I couldn't join anybody on their Zoom discussions right now because I have a date with all of you that we have to fulfill. But understand that the Kapamilya, we're strong. I don't know how many we are. We're so many. So many employees, and I don't mean the people in front of the camera. We feel worse for the people behind the scene, cameramen, the people behind the scene, the production people, the people you don't see. They're the ones who are probably the most depressed right now. But you know what? I truly feel that this will have a happy ending. It has a weird way of, I think it's going to have a weird way of correcting itself. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know where, but I just know that because it came so sudden, maybe to us artists, that there's something about it that we don't yet know the whole story about. So let's wait and see. Let's just go off the air for a while. I guess that's the law. We're all following the law.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still online, and the news is still on. Yeah, the what do you call that? The live streaming thing. ANC is still on as well, which is the ABS-CBN news channel is still on. I just feel it's so crazy to turn off a station during a time like this, during a pandemic, when we need to know.
The timing is definitely not quite right.
Right?
You know, it's not in our time, right?
That's right. And the many provincial stations of ABS-CBN, I guess they're off the air too, right? So a lot of people are affected by this decision. I don't know whose decision it was. I don't know how this all happened. All I know is that hats off talaga to sila Carlo Katigbak and Mark Lopez and everybody, to all our bosses.
It was a beautifully classy exit.
It shows you what kind of people we work for. That's why, for me, never going to give up. I think that the fight has just begun. But we need to hear from you. If you guys feel the way we feel, you need to tell the people who need to hear it. And I don't know how that's supposed to work and where you're supposed to talk and say it, but you need to tell everybody how crazy this is, that you could, just at a snap of a finger, you know, just turn off a station, you know, just unplug. It's like you pulled the plug.
Literally black screen.
And the thing is, there's bigger, for me, there's bigger fish to fry right now. We have bigger problems than whether or not a franchise contract ended or not, or whatever the whole story is. But we have bigger things to concern ourselves with, like this COVID-19 virus, finding a vaccine for it, but more than anything, informing the people. Remember, ABS-CBN is in the service of the Filipino. And the Filipinos right now, just like the rest of the world and their people, we have enormous question marks on our face. Where do we go? What do we do? What happens if I feel this? Who should we be helping? Oh my God, I don't have any more food. I don't have a job. Who's going to let the world know, except for all the other stations around us, which is great. But ABS-CBN was part of that, a huge part of the service of the Filipino. And in fact, that's their whole motto in life, is in service of the Filipino. And that's why it's really, really sad that you would take the service away from the Filipinos. They need to hear more voices calm them down. They need to hear more people inform them about what's coming up. Warnings, that's a good one, warnings, right? What you should and should not do. If I were the other stations around ABS-CBN, I would close too, just to prove a point that if you take away the service that was meant for the Filipino people, then you might as well take it all away, because we're all in this together. I mean, all the stations, GMA and ABS-CBN, in a time like this, during this pandemic, there's no competition. There should be none of that. And, you know, I'm sure Channel 7 feels awful for us, no? As does the rest of the world, as I can see here. But that's why I was thinking, should we go on tonight? This is not really a good time to be celebrating, but we're not celebrating. We're here just to keep you guys company, like I said. But it's also good for us to let you know that you have to do your part now. Now it's your turn. You need to tell everybody how important and how grateful we are for the service that ABS-CBN was giving for every Filipino. And not just here, but everyone around us, all the different islands and all the countries of the world where we are beamed on TFC. All of that ends. It just ended at 8 o'clock. So we need to do our part. The fight for me has just begun. We need to keep each other company, like what we're doing with you now, but even us, the Kapamilya, we cannot lose touch. Gary now is on Zoom with some of the other Kapamilya, trying to calm our souls and let everyone know that, hey, this is just one day. This is just today. Tomorrow is another story.
That's right.
Tomorrow is another.
Never say never.
Never say never. Tomorrow is another day, and I think it may not be 24 hours from now, but it will be some time when we can solve and resolve all of this and go back on the air stronger, better, brighter, shining brighter.
Yes.
And again, for the service, in service of the Filipino. That's what we are here for. Just so you know, okay? So enough of that. Here we go.